Imagine this scene. It's night. The day is finally over. You lie down in bed, turn off the lights, and let the silence settle in. Your thoughts slow down, your body relaxes, and almost without realizing it, you enter the world of dreams. At first, everything feels confused. Then the images become clearer. People, places, symbols. Some familiar, others completely absurd. And when you wake up, something lingers. A detail stays with you. An emotion refuses to fade. You wonder, why did I dream about this? Many dreams seem random, but others recur, not just for you, but for millions of people around the world. That's why, over time, humans have tried to assign symbolic meanings to them. These are not scientific truths or predictions of the future, but interpretive keys that can help us reflect on what we are experiencing. Today, we explore 7 very common dreams, trying to understand what they might represent from an emotional and symbolic point of view. Dreaming of a castle. A castle is an imposing structure, a symbol of power, protection, and distance. Dreaming of living in one or seeing it appear can evoke awe, but also a sense of weight. Symbolically, a castle in dreams is often associated with major responsibilities. You may feel entrusted with a role that feels bigger than you, or sense high expectations placed upon you by others. If in the dream you observe the castle from afar, the meaning can take on a different shade: ambition, recognition, or a public role you are beginning to envision but haven't yet fully reached. The castle can also represent the defenses you've built around yourself: emotional walls, inner protection, distance from others. Dreaming of a valley. A valley is a place of passage. It is not a peak, but not a starting point either. It's an in-between space, often quiet, sometimes melancholy. Dreaming of walking through a valley may symbolize a transitional period. You might be going through a phase in your life where something is slowly changing, without dramatic upheavals, but with a deep inner movement. If in the dream you observe the valley from above, the meaning can take on a different shade: regret. You may be looking back at the past from a distance, becoming aware of choices made or opportunities missed, not necessarily with pain, but with awareness. This type of dream invites reflection on the path you've taken so far and the one you are choosing to follow. Dreaming of a magpie. A magpie is a curious bird, intelligent, noisy, often associated in folklore with theft or discord. Dreaming of it can leave a feeling of annoyance or unease. Symbolically, the magpie in dreams is often linked to conflicts, misunderstandings, and dissatisfaction. It may reflect tensions in your daily life, especially related to communication, words spoken carelessly, misunderstandings, or things left unsaid that weigh heavily. In some cases, this dream appears when you feel something is unfair, as if you are receiving less than you deserve, particularly in a relationship or work environment. The magpie is not necessarily a negative omen, but an invitation to pay closer attention to what you say, what you hear, and how you relate to others. Dreaming of a volcano. A volcano is one of the most powerful dream symbols: pure energy, repressed force, emotions simmering beneath the surface. A volcano erupting in a dream is often connected to arguments, emotional outbursts, or accumulated tension. It may indicate suppressed anger, frustration, or a situation approaching a breaking point. Perhaps you're avoiding a necessary confrontation or fear a reaction that feels inevitable. On the other hand, a dormant volcano, or calm, can represent the opposite: reconciliation, peace after a turbulent period, or the rekindling of an emotional bond that once seemed lost. In both cases, the volcano speaks of intense emotions. The dream does not judge them as right or wrong, it simply signals that they deserve attention. Dreaming of shopping. Shopping in dreams is more common than you think. In real life, it's often associated with pleasure, choice, but also necessity. Dreaming of shopping generally symbolizes personal desires, material or emotional. It may indicate that you're searching for something you feel is missing: approval, affection, security, or new opportunities. If in the dream you can't find what you are looking for, this may reflect inner confusion or difficulty understanding what you truly want at this stage of your life. The dream is less about objects and more about the emptiness or need you are trying to fill. Sometimes you might find yourself wandering through endless shops filled with lights and attractive displays without ever feeling satisfied. This detail is meaningful. It may suggest that you are looking for answers outside yourself when what you need is already within. Instead, if you buy something with enthusiasm, you may be ready to welcome a change, a new idea, or a part of yourself you had previously neglected. On the contrary, frantic shopping can point to an attempt to fill an emotional void with temporary distractions. Ultimately, this dream invites you to pause and ask yourself, am I truly choosing what I want, or just taking what happens to be on the shelves of life? Dreaming of a wheelchair. The wheelchair is a delicate symbol that in dreams rarely refers to real physical disability, but rather to an emotional condition. If you dream of using one without needing it in real life, the dream may indicate dependence on others or a feeling of lacking control over an important situation. You may feel stuck, limited, or pushed in a direction you didn't choose. In some cases, this dream appears when a relationship or work environment makes you feel powerless, as if someone else is deciding for you. It's a dream that invites a crucial question. Where am I giving up my autonomy? Dreaming of boots. Boots in dreams are associated with movement, protection, and stability. Unlike light shoes, boots suggest a firmer stance. They are not meant for standing still, but for moving forward, even when the ground is rough or unwelcoming. Dreaming of wearing boots may symbolize inner strength, determination, and the ability to face difficulties. Perhaps you are taking a clear position in your life or preparing to face a challenge that requires courage and perseverance. It's as if the dream is telling you you are more ready than you think. Details matter. If the boots are new, sturdy, and tightly laced, you may feel energized, motivated, ready to embark on a new path. If they are old, dirty, or worn out, the dream may reflect accumulated fatigue, but also experience. You have walked a long way and know how to face hardships. Boots suggest solidity. You are ready to walk on difficult terrain, to get dirty, to endure. This dream often appears when you are rediscovering your personal confidence. It reminds you that you don't need to rush. Sometimes it's enough to take a firm step, feet planted on the ground, and keep moving forward. Dreams are not magical messages or hidden truths, but emotional mirrors. They tell stories using symbols, images, and sensations that speak a language different from rational thought. Interpreting them does not mean finding a definitive answer, but asking the right questions. What am I living through? What am I avoiding? What do I truly desire? And perhaps this is the real value of dreams, not to tell us who we are, but to help us listen to ourselves a little more.